Rolling.
Yep.
The dice say 36,
Thank God.
which means you appear on target, and you disappear from this particular session.
And then Allie was touching the donkey too, right?
Yes, so she gets pulled with you. I'm assuming you intended for her to get taken.
Yeah.
And with
The last thing I say is, "I'll be back when you sell that."
all right, so Cannon, what would you like to do? And Baylor, I guess thank you for playing.
So I do
I had to
actually
go to
have.
sleep anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll let you skip.
I did actually pull up the stats of a donkey after you had mentioned what the donkey's carry capacity was.
What was it?
The donkey has a strength of 10.
I thought it has more than that. I thought it was like 16, but I might be thinking of its fortitude. Oh, it's constitution. Sorry. What's its constitution? 16?
No, it says its constitution's only a 12.
Oh, okay.
Like this animal is not very strong or.
Well, regardless, I treated it as the way it should have acted, I feel. So, because most of his equipment was on the donkey.
Another wonderful thing.
Yeah. Anyways,
I've also pulled up what the strength score was for like carry capacities.
Yeah, but I'm still treating it the way what happened. So let's not go into that for the time being.
Yeah, I know, just for the sakes of this.
Mm-hmm.
A 4 puts heavy load at 40 pounds.
Yeah. What do you... So I'm going to continue playing from here on, Cannon. So you've got a session, and it's going to be largely consistent of you by yourself. At least you're in a safe place, you think.
So, this is pseudo safe place. With that being said, which I do need to take off 3 points from my health because the voration's dispelling from earlier.
Yeah.
We are going to walk around the rug.
As you go over to that area, and maybe just a little flummox by this, you hear the sound of someone coming across the wooden floorboards towards you, somewhat at a hurried pace. And he's wielding his greatsword.
We are actually going to go to see. It's okay. I had it under control. My comrades were a little bit greedy. I've dealt with them. They have fled. It's fine. It is fine. It's fine. You can put that away. Put it away. We are good. We are good. We are good. We both know we aren't supposed to touch that. As Ernie points to the rug and the gold pile back behind the statue, including the statue itself. Like we all know we're not supposed to.
You notice he's like looking around, kind of frantically for the others.
They had teleported away. Fine. I still got the shinies. As Ernie walks over, set down the things, as we're going to purposely look through the stuff, finding what is probably the shiniest of the shinies. And we are going to offer it to Rager to try and calm him down.
With another shiny?
Yes, with another shiny.
Okay. Which one would you like to give him? You want me to go through the list again?
Yeah, no, it isn't the party kitty. So we don't have the diamonds. I
correct.
Gave him the.
You have all the other gems, just not the diamonds.
The bandit. Yeah. So I don't think a topaz would be all too amusing to someone like Rager. What That might be interesting, especially in average quality. Like, so these gems, are they like already like polished and like nice and
Um,
clean, or is it just like a rough rock that you can actually see the gemstone underneath the abrasions? How
I'd
make
say
them
they'd
miss the sun?
probably. I'd say the color phrase definitely has a stronger gleam than the others. The azurite and moss agate probably a little dull.
Yeah. So we'll we'll show him the Kairos face.
Yep,
Charos.
Chirophase.
Yeah. We'll show him that and like offer it to him.
He seems to be. He almost like drops the other gem.
Which seeing this, he'd be like, oh, "Don't you almost dropped this? You don't want to drop it in. These are shiny rocks."
So you give him the Chirophase?
Yeah, we won't give him the Kyra face
Alright, I'll remove that one from the list.
because we are because in physical combat, Ernie is not going to be good with.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like exactly what he is good with. And being in a
Oh
cave
yeah.
where Ernie
You
can't
know, just by you have seen him in combat a handful of times. Usually, it's something you want to see. When people when combat starts with him, people usually back the hell away. But you do know that he's about. You think he might. You're not sure who's stronger, him or Robo Buddy.
Yeah, it's plus this also being a cave, and typically caves don't
Yeah.
have a whole lot of spaces for those to make distance and
Mm.
keep distance. So keep him happy. Because we both know Ernie cannot move fast enough to get out of his way.
Mm.
We'll just stay away from him. And that's a big ass blade. I don't care if it's the sharpness of a butter knife. That's still a big ass fucking
It's not
blade.
even magical. All right.
I'm still annoyed by the logistics of trying to draw the sword. So with that, we're going to head to the table to the north to make sure we're not actually stepping on the rug.
Yep.
Preferably find a spot on the table that's relatively clear. We won't put down the rest of the things.
You notice Rager wanders off.
And we're going to make a, I guess it would be a search check, since this seems to be like the only room in here, as we're looking for quite literally anyone else.
Yeah, sure. You think this might be just him? It's not uncommon that there'll be very few people in the area, but it's not completely unheard of. Are you happy to wait for a little bit of time? Not like you have a lot of choice. All right, so some time passes, and
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
going to
I
grab.
have like 8 hours before.
Yeah, fair enough. Eventually you hear, if you're happy to just chill here, if there's anything you want to pass the time with, let me know. This is a good opportunity.
Probably not a whole lot of anything, just as we're waiting, just kind of do probably meditation, minor training, things that wouldn't cause too much of a fuss here.
Mm-hmm.
As we're just kind of passing time.
Yep, I'm just trying to quickly find something I can make use of. Oh, perfect. Very much perfect. I'm going to grab this. I don't think there's a better model. You hear the sound of something approaching you and moving towards you. Give me a moment. Why does this always happen? I don't know about that angle. Let's try that. And you hear the sound. It sounds like a serpent as it slithers around into area, and you realize that the lower half is a snake. The upper half is a woman with a hair filled with snakes, and she's wearing goggles, like the sort you'd use for welding. And you identify her as the person who kind of runs the place. She's kind of like the brains trust a little bit. Her name is Celine.
Yeah. So, would I happen to hear the snake here actually like hissing or anything as she's approaching?
You
I'm gonna
probably
make
would
a listen
hear.
check.
It's sort of like a. It would sound like like a batch of snakes, like a little swarm of snakes. But you do know her. She knows
Yeah.
you.
So like hearing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've effectively like seen the coloration of the snake body,
Mm-hmm.
and hearing those, we're going to assume that it is Selena as we are going to like use our left hand to just kind of like cover our eyes and
Mm-hmm.
kind of just look at the floor as just precautionary
Yeah.
things.
So you do this. You can roll. I think I've got it. You can roll. I think it's a D100.
We are going to call out in the process of this. Selena,
Okay.
is this actually you?
So, you try to avert your gaze, but this is a common thing. You just can't help yourself but look. It is something about it's
Oh no.
alluring. You're always just drawn, feeling yourself compelled to look. It's an irresistible urge. It just can't
It's
stop
the
staring.
curves and smoothness.
And she sort of looks over to you and says, "Ernie, how are you?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen you since
Yeah,
you've left us.
Yeah.
Why was that again? I don't think you told me. I only heard it from Rager, and you know how articulate he is."
Yeah, he is quite a wordsmith. Um, well, honestly, you know how every Drake kind of goes out on their own
Hmm. Spreading out good word, I
journey
take
of
it.
self-discovery to be. Yeah, yeah, I kind of got roped into helping some adventurers
I see.
due to a mishap. Had to actually bring them here. They went to actually break some of the rules and take some of the things, and I had to drive them off. Don't worry, I did not hurt them. I did everything in my power to ensure that they did not get hurt. Nor did I actually damage anything here.
Well,
That's
everything.
why you probably sense a bit of magic in this area. That was my fault. I'm sorry.
Hmm. She sort of looks around the place a little bit. She doesn't seem to be too phased about things, the condition here. She does a little quick inventory check of the shrine area, and then turns around. "So what brings you over here?" she says. Well, she's sort of like, she's looking away from you, but every snake on the top of her head is turning to face you as she's facing away from you.
And with us seeming to magically be unable to avert our eyes, we're going to keep watching her, almost staring.
When she's looking away, you find it a little easier and comforting.
Well, my adventures had led me back to here, and apparently with what the rest of the party that I'm with is actually doing has led to put a bounty on my head.
Ah,
Others
yes,
say-
I heard about that, says Celine.
Yeah.
And she pulls out from a a scroll case and sort of unfurls it with a flick of a wrist, and then looks at it. According to this, there's about a 10,000 gold piece reward on your head.
Yeah. I am not. I'm honestly not
Now,
sure why. At least not initially why one of my comrades tried to sell me out to the group that put out that bounty on my head. And
I heard about that too. So,
yeah, that wasn't one of my fondest moments.
one of the things you know about Celine is that you haven't quite liked. She sort of took over the management in this cave. Possibly one of the reasons why you may have left. She doesn't hold the ideals of sort of like their core beliefs. She's always been kind of good with accumulating treasure, and part of the business she's done, and she's done it very well, is that she's been selling statues.
All right.
Now, she's also been very useful in making sure that keeping out unwanted intruders. Now, you know that that greed is a strong part of her. Probably not maybe as strong as say Baylor's, but you do know that she's very interested in accumulating wealth.
Yeah, if it's one thing that she actually personifies, it is the dragon's need to hoard.
Yeah,
Hoard well.
and she's done very well in that regard, and kind of because of that, the others have kind of accepted her as sort of a. She's doing a pretty good job as a manager.
Of a logistics supply officer kind of thing.
Yeah. Anyway, she turns around and
Difficult to look at
eventually
on the
looks
table,
back at
but-
you and slithers over a little bit. So, what brings you here, Ernie?
Well, originally I came back to town to actually sell off a few things.
Oh?
And apparently there was a plan that no one told me about where I was supposed to be tied up and taken captive by the mafia,
That.
and the others were to rescue me. That was a no bueno. No one told me about that. So the second I started getting sold out and tied up, I did what I could to escape.
You can make a sense motive check if you wish.
Oh no.
You don't have to.
No. No, we're going to do the sense motive. It's just part of me's not like.
Nice.
Okay.
You believe that this caught her somewhat off guard. Like she'd been until this point, she'd been pretty much understanding, like been in the know of everything you said until that part where you said you got sold. Someone tried to sell you off and stuff like that, and that kind of caught her a bit of a surprise. Huh. Well. So I see things aren't going so well for you currently then.
Just a little bit, especially.
Well, let's see
Right,
this
go way back
these
first.
wares you're trying to sell off.
Ernie's going to step to the side, showing off the stuff.
Mm-hmm. She moves past the rug.
And mentioned to her that most of this was being carried by him, and currently with how it is, the pricing on this is very very much up for negotiation.
I do like to negotiate, she says. So, let's take a look at what you have to offer us.
So we basically point out the Azrael right? The gold yellow topaz,
Mm-hmm.
the mossy agate.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have the diamonds. The 2 bottles of liquid of magical liquid, and various other little trinkets being the psionic items.
Okay. Give me a moment. I'm just trying to open up the list. So let's start off with the air gate. She says, though, how quickly do you want to get rid of this stuff?
Um,
And what are you
sooner
looking?
rather than later.
Are you looking to trade in, or are you looking for just gold in return?
Gold in return would probably be the best bet.
Well, if you want gold in return, I can take this stuff at 50% of its value and give you coin straight up. How does that sound?
Now, if I were to do a trade in for things, what's actually on like the table for me to
Well, we have a limited
quote unquote
supply
pick
of
from?
things, but if you're willing to, uh, if you're willing to trade for trade, I can, we can give you some things I'm sure that might be of interest to you. We have a small selection of magical items.
I think right now all the party's really caring about is gold and various potions of healing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have. I'm sure I have something that might be of interest to them.
Um, so you said I am willing to do the gold part. To go ahead and like trade for the gold, and from there we can barter with a standardized currency for
So you're
other
happy with the
things.
50% value?
Um, yeah, that's more than reasonable.
All right. She is going to make a bunch of appraise checks. Does that not work? Hang on. Was it?
To get the skill roll, it's on the far right hand side. There's a little D20
Okay, that worked. No, I was just trying to.
button.
For some reason, when I usually push up, it copies the previous command, but for some reason it didn't work this time. Yeah. So that is a 2. So she thinks this azurite is worth about 80 gold, and is willing to pay 40 for it.
All right, that's
Yeah.
fine.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is change in the azurite for 40 gold. And I'll make the change. So 40, which will put that to 230. Now for the golden yellow topaz. Really?
Oh no.
And she feels like this is worth 800 gold, so it gives you the 800. She's rolling terribly right now. I'm assuming you're taking that. Yes? I need you to say yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is she gonna roll this badly for each one?
Who knows?
Okay, finally. The Moss Egg Gate, she believes is to be 9 gold, and gives you only a 4 gold for that. And that's all the gemstones. I'm assuming you're offering the cognizance crystal.
Oh,
This is a psionic item.
yes.
Alright. She's going to make a... she does 2 things. First of all, you believe she cast Detect Magic.
Alright.
She looks it over and it's like, what is this?
This was actually one of the special pieces of gear that a fallen member of the party actually had on them. They were kind of like a mentalist. They did some weird things with their mind. It was magical, but not magic. If that made sense.
She's gonna make a... yeah, actually, she has got that, so she's gonna make a knowledge check. She did not the greatest with that. Well, this thing is not magical. It looks like a crystal. I don't know what it's worth. Actually, did I already roll for that? I think I did. Yeah, actually, I think that was the 11. So I really don't know what this thing's full value is, she says. I'm be willing to pay 10 gold for it.
Sounds fair to me.
Alright. You get 10 gold, and she takes the cognizant crystal. And then she's looking at the mask, and again, you think she's casting Detect Magic, and she's not sure what to make of this thing as well. Is this the similar thing to the other thing?
The Crystal Mask of Knowledge, it is a psionic item, so I'm assuming so.
She's gonna make a check. Ooh. Seems that you've got a somewhat reasonable magical item here. I mean, psionic item. I know a little bit about it. I'd be willing to pay, say, half the value of this, which would be 1,250.
Sounds good to me.
Alright.
The hell am I going to do with it?
So that goes to 2,000, 200, and that would be 90. And that one is gone. I'm assuming... Okay, you also have some, like, mundane items. Are you getting rid of them too?
No, but we will get rid of the potion of dark vision and potion of
I think the dark potion are still with the other group, to be honest. So I can't let you sell them. But there is a dogery of energy push, which I just noticed, which is sort of like a psionic wand. So she's gonna make another check on that. Yeah, ooh, natural 20. Okay. She's going to say, so this is sort of, I'll sell this at half its value for 500 and sorry, yeah, 800. Hang on, 800. I'm gonna do the. I need a calculator for this. This is too much for me. Calculator, please.
For what?
17. This is for the Dogery of Energy Push. If you're selling
Roughly
this,
500 and some.
no, it'd be closer to 800. Divide by 2. Oh, god damn it! I just had it. 875.
Okay.
All right. And I'll put in that. So plus 875. So that's one. Hang on, I stuffed that up. 875 plus 2290 is 3,165. Okay. And there is also a power stone, which I believe is a psionic item. She's gonna make an
Sounds like
appraise. She'll sell it to you for 50. I mean, she'll buy it off you for 50.
All right.
Actually, change that. 65. Yeah, this is for the power stone, because it does actually have 2 features on it. Is that a yes?
That'd be a yes.
So 65, I believe I said. All right. So
Yeah, no, there's something called like detect hostile intent.
yeah. That's
which...
I think is a psionic feature.
I think that's the second power stone.
I think it's like one.
Power
It's like a
stone
scroll, but you
detect
can
hostile
have multiple features on the one thing. 1, 2, 6,
Okay.
5.
So why does the detect hostile intent have a separate
I think it's like a scroll because you can put multiple
value.
spells on one scroll.
Okay.
3. Okay, so that puts you to 3230. Done. And you don't really have much else to do there. But you have 3,230 gold. Is there anything you would like to buy?
Due to just some of the things that come across, got diamonds, potions of lesser restoration, potions of remove curse.
Potions of remove curse. I have potions of
cure critical.
I have potions of restoration. If you'd like to buy one of them.
How much?
I'm looking that up. Sorry, I'm having trouble. Actually, you know what? Maybe... Huh. Hang on. Interesting. Apparently, you can't do restoration in potion form. So I'm gonna ad lib it. I'm gonna say that this is 300 gold, 3,000 gold each. So you can buy one of them. Now I'm gonna point out to you, it costs you 500 in diamond dust to cast restoration as a spell.
Alright, fair enough.
But it does take out of your diamond supply.
But what do you got in just like diamonds? Because
Typically, we don't sell them because we use them for the statue. That's not to say we're against it, but we'll have to sell it at a higher price value.
well, be honest with me. How much do you buy the diamonds for your statues?
Well, we just brought your gemstones at half value, so typically we'll buy off half value, and we'll sell it an extra 50% value. We have to make a profit, you understand.
Yeah, I'm just like I honestly don't know what the value of a diamond is. So I'm
I mean,
trying
it
to figure
depends on
that
how
out.
much we're talking, she says. They come in all sorts of cuts and values.
Um, I'm looking for effectively spell component quality of diamonds.
Mm-hmm. How much are you
Or
looking for?
um enough to help out the clerk in the party so that he'd have the diamonds needed to bring back somebody if they fall. So we don't have to make this
As I recall, that
trick
was
in ourselves there too.
fairly pricey.
I'm pretty sure it was fairly pricey too, which is why I was asking how much.
Just give me a moment. Uh, so add a character, it's 5,000. But
Yeah, I know it's 5,000. It's just a
she's
matter of
willing to
how
give you.
valuable the diamonds are to her.
She's willing to give you. If you give her 3,000 gold, she'd be willing to give you 2,500 diamond value, which is a steep price. I know, she admits.
Um, sure, that works.
Now, just a note: you can try to persuade her to to negotiate barter, as it were, using your charisma.
Yeah, which I think we will actually try to do.
All right, so
And
you can suggest a skill. Otherwise, I think it's going to be either like diplomacy. To be honest, I don't
the
think there's a better.
diplomacy seems probably the best bet.
Yeah.
At least if you're trying to like just see like communicating back and forth. It's diplomacy, possibly bluff. Bluff would be more if you know
Bluff
what
if
the
you're
actual
trying to
price,
make something seem more valuable than it's worth.
or less valuable than it's worth.
Yeah.
Which we're going to actually request to actually see what
Sorry?
fucking cat. We're going to actually request to see like what diamonds that was it Celine
Yes.
is willing to part with.
She just told you. She's got 2,500 of diamonds that she's willing to trade for 3,000.
Yeah, and Ernie's asking to actually like see these actual diamonds to
Oh,
actually
I see.
make sure that they're not.
Excuse me? They're not what?
To make sure they're up to snuff.
You think I'll be selling you fake diamonds?
Not intentionally.
Hmm. She kind of gives you a slight sour look, but she then goes over towards the shrine. picks out various diamonds, looks at them, and holds them to the light just to like checking, and then moves back over to you.
As while she's doing that, we're going to like clear out like a fairly large space on the table
Mm-hmm.
for the diamonds to be placed. So that way, it's clearly no trickery at play.
Yep.
As he's going to cast use the invocation of where's my thing here? There it is. I believe it's called Magic Insight.
Yep.
Yeah, Magic Insight. And we're going to spend a turn kind of examining them. Not actually touching the diamonds. We'll make specifically clear we're not going to touch the diamonds. But we are going to actively identify all of them. Effectively identify without the spell materials on them. To see if there is any magical properties to these diamonds.
There's no magical property to any of these diamonds.
And
That said,
other than
you
that,
do detect magical properties on her.
Alright. So, because of how detect magic works,
Mm-hmm.
that is active for, I believe, like 10 minutes.
Yep. That sounds about right.
So we've spent effectively a turn examining these diamonds.
Yep.
Looking at it closely, all this fun shit.
Mm-hmm.
Making specifically sure we don't touch them.
Yep.
As we are going to note any particular flaws that we see in these diamonds. And with that, we're going to turn and face to see the Medusa?
She is Medusa, yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the right phrase, whether it's, but like everything that I know of like the English language is like, yeah, that should be right. Not
Yep.
like the actual like mythological beast Medusa, but the as in the one that's there. Um, and like point out these flaws in the diamonds.
She's looking at the flaws.
And due to the magical effect that's kind of forcing him to stare at her, unknowing like causes the second part of the magic.
Oh, I see. So you want to pinpoint
the properties.
Okay, sure. So she's wearing something around her neck, which appears to be a cloak, and you believe that to be magical. She's got a ring, which appears to be magical, and she's got a bracelet that is magical. She's also got a bag, on her side, which is also registering as magical. I think that's all you would pick up.
So he's got a bag, a cloak, and a ring.
Cloak, ring, bracelet, bag.
Alright, so I missed the bracelet. We're gonna focus on the bracelet.
Okay.
Because it's magical, this would end the magic insight. Because we didn't take any magic on the other items.
Are you... This is just telling you the school, right?
The process of ending it early, it causes me to all properties of the magical item.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just as an automatic success?
Yeah. And one full action.
You know, if you had mentioned this much earlier, that you could have saved the group 1,000, like I think it was like 1,500 at least, because that as they brought a
I mean, I had
monocle.
mentioned this at the very start of the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, it is a bracelet of disguise. Effectively allowing them to use disguise self.
That makes me very fucking suspicious. That
Well, you know you're not the only one who
something
goes
sitting right in
around
the
using
kitchen.
that. And to be honest, if you
That
did have that, you wouldn't be as near as much trouble as you are currently in.
so Ernie's going to I guess the proper term for this is going to just kind of like cock his head to the side and be like, as kind of a change of topic.
Mm-hmm.
So that bracelet,
Yes. She looks down at it.
where'd you get it?
I accumulated it pretty early on in my adventures. I
It
found
must
it.
come in handy.
Well, yes, it came very much in handy. Am I still here? You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. The screen did something weird there for a second there. Um, it, as you may understand, people tend to get nervous whenever I am in the area. So I use this to put them at ease, and then she sort of rotates it a little bit, and she turns into a humanoid. Without the hair of snakes as well. Although they sort of, as she does, her hair looks like it's sort of like flowing in a sort of lightly eerie, shifting, slivering kind of way.
So with that, Ernie's going to be like, huh, all right, that's
Excuse
that's
you.
proven to be quite a useful tool for you. Um, you know, the party would hate me, but I think I'll actually take you up on your diamond bit, diamond exchange.
All right then. I mean, who? It's not like they're here to argue.
Yeah, they're not here to argue.
So let me see. What was that? You're giving the 3,000, and I'm giving you
Yep.
2,500. Yes.
Uh,
Of diamonds.
Yeah.
All right, confirmed. Locking it in. So I'm removing. Oh goddamn! I have to edit this again. I am removing the 3,000 of coins, and you get an additional. Hang on. I might have to make another separate entry. Diamond, dust. 2,500. Now the good news is that this will cover you for at least, let's see, that'll be 5 uses of like restoration. Which means it won't. So you have at least full use, 3 uses of diamonds, and that's not counting what other people might already have on them. So they might be able to make use of that. Oh, that didn't quite copy across properly.
Hey. Which, assuming that this diamond dust comes in, is going to be put in a little bag, which
Yeah.
Ernie's then going to put it into another bag to, like, kind of just double bag it to ensure it all stays safe. It's secured.
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't like it when they're just half a fucking ounce off from being able to cast a fucking spell.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I got plenty of it, and then measuring it out, and you're like, that's not enough. Ah, it, as Ernie is going to say to Celine, it has been a bit since I've actually done any of this. Like, been here for a while. Anyway, any spot that I could actually kind of just rest,
Of
just like
course.
prop my legs up and take it easy for a bit.
Yes, please do. Make use of our. Treat this as
Because to my knowledge, the my comrades that seem to have trusted me to sell off these things aren't coming back till at the bare minimum 8 hours from now. Because you know
Yes,
how
of
the
course. You can rest around till
squishy
then.
mages have actually. Yeah.
That would not be a problem at all.
Uh. So you seem to know a lot around here. Before I go, is there anything that I would need to know about this place that has changed since I've been gone?
You mean the city? Or do you mean this cavern?
This cavern, mostly. The city outside this cavern, that is practically its own living being and is constantly changing, constantly evolving.
I do know
A bit too complex
that
for me to understand.
pressure has been on a little bit more. The guards and then the necromancers have been more active as of late over the past week, enforcing us to double our efforts to make sure they do not find this place. I am surprised you have not had a bump in with one of the Death Walkers.
I mean, for the most part, we've been out in the desert.
Hmm.
Hell, with
From what
lack of.
I've been told, they sent a Death Walker out to collect you, and one of significant note as well. His name is Zard.
That that sounds like that. We have had a few strange occurrences occur while we were exploring the desert.
I also know that they're working in conjunction with the Mafia, and I heard that one of their guards is gone with them, as part of some sort of joint deal to hunt you guys down.
Yeah.
I know that they also hired a mercenary, a scout by the name of Runt. I don't know too much about that individual, but I know him by reputation. He is particularly fast-footed and likes to do a lot of hit and run kind of attacks.
Oh, that is that is good to know. That slight pain in my ass, especially with where we had where me and my comrades had actually left the party at. It was, for lack of a better term, fucking kill hall.
Hmm. And then there's Vicky, which I have one piece of useful information for you, I'm sure. You'll be happy to know that Vicky does not like Zard at all.
Why does that name sound familiar, Derek?
Because Vicky was the one who you had an encounter with. I don't know if you were there personally. Actually, you might not have been there, but she's that mage that appeared in the in the sand and took out Robo Buddy briefly. They had to raise him.
Ah, okay.
If I were you, I would if you see, Vicky is under control, mental control by Zard. Breaking this control could, well, probably change the way they feel about that, about hunting you.
Yeah, that. No, the only question here is if that control is magical or if it's psychological.
It is both. You see, as a Death Walker, they have the ability to control many undead.
Oh, this is a bloody pain in my ass. Yeah. Yeah. Able to control many undead. Typically, they do this through magical means, and well, nothing that a little bit of spicy dragon magic can't fix.
You haven't quite caught on to the possibly the big bit I'm dropping here.
And what is this big bit?
You can make an intelligence check.
Yay! A check. Cat, I need you to move so I can actually get to my survey says.
Yeah, it's pretty
You
good.
got a 15.
Then it occurs to you that this would imply that Vicky is undead herself.
Yeah.
Which would explain a few things you've seen.
It would. And it would very much fit the theme of a Death Walker.
Well, she's not a Death Walker. She's just a wizard.
Vicky, no, but the one controlling Vicky.
Oh yes, definitely. Expect a small army with Death Walkers.
It's fine. It's fine.
Typically speaking,
Fine.
the standard Death Walker in this city would not be strange for them to be walking around with 25 minions. They control the bulk infantry of the necromancers. Zard is a cut above.
Yeah, that's not too many. That's just a few breaths and we're fine. There's just a few times of breathing on them, and they get dealt with. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
You keep telling. I'm good to hear that. She like gives you a slight gentle pat on the shoulder. Anyways, Unless there's anything else, I shall let you rest here until your party returns.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go lay down in that hammock I saw
Yep, go for it.
back across the way.
Yep, not a problem. We have plenty. And with that, I guess we'll wrap up there.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for playing, Cannon. Did not quite end the way I was anticipating.
Because I mean, it Durgan's like Durgan Temple emulating the things of Durgan's and the Durgan's.
I'm
one
not.
of the biggest
Yeah.
traits of a Durgan is hoarding treasure. So touching this stuff was only just a temptation and a trap waiting to fucking happen.
Traps can come in many forms.
I did not want to harm the party. Yes. Especially if I went to possibly try to seduce Celine. Next thing I know, holy shit, she got a penis. That's a different kind of trap.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, that could go badly very quickly.
But the
But imagine the statue.
fact of
And I think we'll wrap up there.
yeah.